Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mark Sanger from Techno Buffalo, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you guys about why I switched from an iPhone 6 Plus to the smaller iPhone 6. Now, if you were in the same scenario as I was and were tired of holding a huge phone, maybe this video will help you make a decision about whether switching to the smaller iPhone 6 will suit you better or not. First, we're going to talk about what made me think about switching. Now, I bought the iPhone 6 Plus on launch day because of its battery life, screen size, and camera. Coming from an iPhone 5S, I wanted something I could use in place of a tablet or laptop if I ever need to quickly catch up on videos or reply to emails. I wanted to use one device instead of relying on multiple. Personally, the screen size and form factor is what did it for me. I thought the iPhone 6 Plus was great in the beginning, but my hands aren't that big, so when these got a hold of an iPhone 6, it just felt easier to hold. I've used plenty of large Android phones, including the Note 4, but the iPhone 6 Plus always just felt unmanageable to me, like it was gonna fall out of my hands. And it just looked obnoxious in my pocket, which made carrying it around a hassle more than anything. But of course, there are some big trade-offs when making the switch. The big ones are battery life, screen resolution, and camera quality. One of the iPhone 6 Plus's biggest selling points is its camera. It has optical image stabilization, which helps a ton during low light conditions and when filming videos. OIS on a phone is great, and I think every phone should have it, but is that really enough reason for me to not switch to an iPhone 6? No. The iPhone 6 doesn't offer OIS, but after switching, I didn't really notice much of a difference in terms of photo quality. Moving on to screen and form factor, sure, the iPhone 6's display isn't QHD nor 1080p for that matter, but it's good enough for everyday use. It's only 4.7 inches, but I think it's the perfect size for me. I've been using the Nexus 5 and the iPhone 6 as my two daily drivers for the past month, and to be quite honest, I don't see much of a difference in regards to screen quality. The Nexus 5 has a 5-inch 1080p display, while the iPhone 6 has a 4.7-inch 1334 by 750 screen. It's slightly higher than 720p. Moving on to battery life, one of the reasons why I went with the 6 Plus in the first place was the huge battery. It's not Droid Turbo huge, but it was the biggest that was available on an iPhone. At the time, battery life was all I was looking for since my 5S wasn't cutting it for me. But a few days after I switched to an iPhone 6, I noticed that battery life was bad. It's not horrible, but it wasn't 6 Plus good, if that makes any sense. When I was using the 6 Plus, I would get to work with 100% battery life, and at the end of a workday, around 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m., I would have about 75 to 80% battery life, which is amazing. Not once have I charged my 6 Plus at work or in my car, I just didn't need to. So after switching to the iPhone 6, I definitely saw a difference in battery life. After a busy day of email, texting, social media, taking photos, I'd have about 40 to 50% battery life around 6 p.m., which isn't horrible, but it just wasn't as good as the 6 Plus. Just be aware that there's definitely that change if you're thinking of switching from the 6 Plus to an iPhone 6. Does it bother me that the battery life doesn't last as long as the 6 Plus? For me, not really. I have a charger in my car, at work, at home, and I even have a battery pack for my 6, so it doesn't really affect me as much. But your answer might be different depending on how often you use your phone. Of course, after switching to the iPhone 6, after months of using the 6 Plus, it felt weird that I wasn't holding a ridiculously big phone. I'd be lying if I said I don't miss the screen size at times. It was awesome for watching movies, playing games, and browsing the web. It's really great for media consumption, and I do miss a larger display every now and then. So at the end of the day, I don't regret switching to the smaller iPhone 6. It feels comfortable to hold, the form factor and screen size is just right. The camera without OIS isn't a big deal for me. I know my limits when taking photos with an iPhone. Battery life isn't the best, but it does get the job done. If I ever run low, I can grab my battery pack or charge my phone and let it be. So what about you guys? Have you thought about switching from an iPhone 6 Plus to the iPhone 6? Or maybe you're the other way around and want to switch from an iPhone 6 to a 6 Plus? Let us know in the comments down below why you switch or why you're thinking of switching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button right here. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I'm Mark Sanger from Techno Buffalo. I'll see you guys in the next one.